Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of October 15th through 28th, 2024. This is a reading if you're Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sag placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm going to mention my website and my social media are in the description box below. My website shows you all of my services. If you want to book readings with me, healing, particularly Chthonia healing, is something I'm doing a lot of right now. I do channeling, I do spiritual coaching, and I do offer readings. I offer usually 30-minute tarot readings, and I also offer a bigger astrological reading as well that covers Western Vedic astrology, human design, and I also do a reading with that as well for people who are trying to figure their life path out right now. And on my Transition Life Coaching channel, on Instagram, I actually do a daily live stream with another daily tarot reading. So anyway, just wanted to get that little bit of business out of the way. We do have a rather interesting month coming up. Astrologically, there's a whole lot that's going on. It's going to be very, very tense, probably until we get into late November. Pluto has just gone direct in Capricorn and will move into Aquarius for the next, I think they said 40 years. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it's a very long period of time as of November the 20th. And we do have a full moon in Aries this month. The sun and the moon are spending a lot of time squaring Mars, squaring Pluto, other planets. It's a very, very volatile kind of month. Plus, we have a lot of extragalactic stuff going on. We have a comet that's going to be appearing probably between the 14th and 24th of October. Could be a supernova this month. We do have this quote-unquote second moon, this asteroid that's orbiting with the moon right now for a period of time, like towards the end of the month. Yeah, there's just a lot of change going on right now. We had a solar eclipse earlier this month, and all of this heralds big changes going on. So let's see how they're going to affect you for the rest of this month. Or at least through the 28th, which is almost the rest of the month. Okay, so right now I feel like you've been being a strong person here, Sagittarius. You've got strength, which is actually Leo energy, with the this Osiris card. And I don't know if I mentioned, it's Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche with our tarot deck, which is the Mystical Cats Tarot. And this just basically indicates you being very ethical, being strong, being able to rely on your judgment. I mean, all of this is really good for how you're projecting yourself. You're projecting yourself as strong, able to deal with whatever comes your way, able to make good decisions. Now, there seems to be some communications about money. We've got the Air card here for money, but we've got it with the High Priestess card. So the High Priestess seems to indicate hidden information or things that you don't actually have the full picture on yet. High Priestess also has a real strong sense of independence, which is why the other finance house you have straight across is really interesting, but I'll get to that in a minute. Nonetheless, it just seems like there's something coming up. There could be messages about money when air comes up, or some kind of a change. Now, air does not bring cataclysmic change. It brings change that, even if it appears serious, it's generally not as major as we might think. But it does seem like there's something coming in with regard to your finances that's unexpected. Now, if I look across at your 8th house, which is, and this is so weird because I got this, I've just done Libra and Scorpio, and now I'm doing your reading, and all three of you have something in this 8th house that has to do with finance. And you've got the Earth card here again. Now, for some people, this can mean an inheritance. It can mean a legacy, a gift, something like that. But Earth in this house, yeah, there's definitely a sense, this is the house of joint finances or other people's money. So it does seem like there could be money coming in from some unexpected source. It could be from a legal matter. It could be, like I said, it could be an inheritance, or it could be a financial gift from somebody. Now we have it with the Fire Queen, which is the Queen of Wands. So this is definitely a very strong and ambitious energy here. Whatever's coming in, I don't know if this is the person who's going to be providing this money. This is fire energy like your own. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or if this is just somebody, or if this just indicates that you are going to be on a path that's where you're just kind of ready to go, very ambitious, very visible, very secure. All of those things are possible here, but I just think it's so interesting that for a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot coming in the joint finance area for this 2-week period of time. Now, yeah, there's some kind of message here. You've got Sphinx, so it feels like there's something that's either secret, something somebody hasn't been telling you, And the fact that it's with the Ace of Cups, it tells me that for some of you, okay, if you're single, if you're looking for love, or if you're, I don't know, just dating or whatever right now, there's definitely this sense of like maybe perhaps a secret admirer. You know what I mean? Somebody, you may learn about somebody who would like to start a relationship or start something new. Now, if you're not looking for a relationship, this is Ace of C in here, but the Ace of Cups is still basically this energy of a new emotional beginning, something coming up that is emotionally satisfying to you. So this is something that would make you happy, not just something in the more practical realm that says, okay, well, this is a good and necessary thing, but not necessarily something you have an emotional investment in. Yeah, Sphinx in this particular house, I mean, now sometimes this indicates with communications that you just need to sit back and wait and see, not assert yourself, see what comes through. So as a piece of advice, that's what this would be saying. If you're somebody starting a business or something like that, again, it seems like there could be a very positive new beginning, but there does seem to be like this sense of wait for the opportunity. But I don't know, there's a strong vibe of secrecy here with something. So it's almost like there's something you're going to learn, something someone hasn't told you. And with the High Priestess next door, which is a very similar vibe, I don't know. There's something, this could be a message about money. This could be some kind of a new beginning. And it may be something that just has not been revealed to you yet, or that somebody's been keeping a secret for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be for a bad or nefarious reason. But there's definitely something that's aiming to be revealed. And if there's some situation where maybe you're not sure whether you should assert yourself or not, or speak up about something, Sphinx might be telling you to wait for more information on something. Now, in your fourth house of home and family, okay, we have Nephthys here. So Nephthys is strong sister energy, okay? But it's also the idea, again, there's this idea of something hidden. So I don't know what's going on, Sagittarius, but you have a lot here of things that you are not aware of, and they seem to be around family and around money, okay? Nephthys is almost the idea of something coming, but it's not here yet. And it does represent things that are hidden, sometimes things that are karmic in nature, and that therefore it's not going to tell you right now exactly what's going on, but there is something going on. But the fact that we have it with the Sea Tom, which is the Knight of Cups, seems to indicate that there's going to be some kind of an invitation or an offer. And again, this could have to do with love, which is really interesting with the Knight of Cups. But if it's not, doesn't have to specifically do with love, and we are going to look separately at the love houses. It does seem to be a very appealing invitation in any case. And with the Ace of Cups here, I don't know. Whatever this is something that has the potential to make you very, very happy, but you're not quite seeing what it is yet, and it may affect your finances in a positive way over here. Okay, so let's look at health and also at job stuff, 6th house and 10th house. 6th house, okay, we have Thoth with the Death card. So for some of you, this could mean this has been a timely quitting of a job. Maybe some of you have left a job that is no longer serving you. I don't know if there has been a recent death with this. For some of you, and again, what I want to be clear about is that this is not a prediction of death, okay? That would only apply if you just had like a recent loss in the family, which might explain the idea of a legacy up here. But there seems to be something ending, and whatever's ending, it's happening at the right time. Thoth could indicate, again, this is a card of health. This is a house of health too. So I don't know. I don't know if there's been a recent loss that's timely with somebody, or, more positively speaking, this could just be that there's going to be a change in situation. Something's coming up right now, and maybe it's something you're worried about, because this is also a house of anxiety and worry. But I feel like there's some changes coming up right now, or maybe you're concerned about the death or a loss of somebody. But Thoth would be telling you that whatever's going on here, it's going to happen at the appropriate time. Like whatever it happens, it's the right time. And when it comes to things like death and loss, there's my understanding of that from my channeling of Archangel Azrael is there's things we can control and there's things we can't control. Okay, and he says that there's like two clocks running, and to a certain degree you may have control over what happens with the outcome of your life, but there is at some point, and of course none of us are ever going to know. No tarot reading is going to tell you. Nobody's going to be able to tell you. typically you don't know until the moment of, you know what I mean? Like if people have premonitions of death and stuff, it's usually on the moment. It's not any time before, usually. Unless you're getting an omen of something that maybe can be prevented. So this is, this just feels like there's been either some kind of an ending or there's a concern about an ending. And whatever it is, with Thoth, I just feel like there's something karmic or timely. There's some kind of transformation that's about to happen here. So whatever's happening, you just have to go with the flow of what's happening right now and understand that this is not something you need to fight against. Whatever it is, it's happening at the right time. Now let's look at your 10th house, which is your career house, and that is Capricorn energy. Okay, and remember we had the Fire Queen here. We have the Fire King here. So I don't know, for some of you, this could be parents if we have a Fire King and Queen here. But Fire King is, again, strong Aries energy, strong fire. And again, you're a fire sign. And you have it with the winged disc. So this seems to indicate really good success in terms of business and career. Fire King is somebody who's ambitious, who's seen. So I don't know, maybe some of you have left a job recently, and this is saying you're about to make a spectacular, you're about to make a spectacular career decision that's going to go really, really well for you. That's going to allow you to perhaps move up or achieve your ambitions. King of Wands is very ambitious and says, I'm working hard and I'm focused on achieving my goal and I'm unstoppable. You know, it's that kind of energy. And again, with this additional solar energy here of the winged disc, which is the sun disc of Ra in Egyptian myth, this is basically saying to you that, you know, whatever obstacles you may have been encountering recently or whatever losses perhaps you've experienced, you are definitely moving in a great direction and problems are going to be solved. And maybe that's part of what the mystery is here financially too. Maybe you're making a change, maybe you don't know what it means, but this definitely bodes well if it's connected to career or to business partnerships. Now, you do have a little bit of difficulty here in the 9th house of expansion. We have Seth here, and this is the house of not only long distance travel, but higher education, spirituality. So it's Jupiter energy that's expansive. Now, Jupiter has just gone retrograde, or it's stationing retrograde. So it seems like the brakes are being put on something. And you have this with Bast. So Bast, this could be a social event. This could be maybe a vacation overseas. Or this could have to do with some kind of course you're taking or something that's more creative or intuitive. I don't know. I mean, take it as it resonates here. But Bast is a card of happiness. It's a card of intuition, of being cautious. It's about healing psychosomatic illness. And again, it's creative in the sense that it often has to do with dancing, arts, music, things like that. So this might be different for different people. We have it with the Six of Earth. So Six of Earth is a card of support. Okay, this is like when either you supporting somebody else or somebody else coming in and providing you with money or some other kind of support. Okay, so I don't know, maybe there's something you have been wanting to do that you feel called to do, or again, maybe this is a vacation you've wanted to take or something. It might be different for different people. But whatever this 9th house energy is that allows you to expand, it does feel right now like you are kind of being blocked in a way, or there could be just some delay or some obstacle. So this is saying, you know, follow your intuition. This is definitely a time with where the Mars and Saturn and moon placements are, and the way that the sun is in opposition to so many things, and Mars and Jupiter are being conjunct. I mean, I feel like it's a time when we have to be very, very careful that if things are not going the way we want them to, not to lose our temper, to just kind of say, okay, let's take a step back here. So you may be called to assist somebody else. Maybe that's what the delay is. Maybe if there's been an issue, then maybe it's feeling like, okay, I have to stop and help take care of somebody. It could also be that if finances have been an issue, or there's just been some other kind of block here, maybe that this means that somebody else is going to come in and provide help to you. So take that as it resonates. Could go either way. Okay, so what else do we have here? 11th house. This is Aquarius energy. This is your friendships and also manifesting your goals. Okay, you've got the 4 of Sea here. So this is like, if you look at this cat here, this cat, these dancing lobsters or whatever they are in the background, and the cat just looks bored. And this tends to be a card of boredom. Maybe you're not spending a whole lot of time with friends right now. We do have Sirius, which seems to indicate that you're anxious to burst the boundaries that you have, to move into new space, to think differently. This is Aquarian energy in the Aquarian house, so I feel like you are, this can also be just you having Aquarius energy, Sirius energy, I should say, is sometimes an energy of endurance, like where we have physical endurance. I kind of liken it, when I see this in the travel house, just as a way of example, that's like when you have to go to the airport and you've got to go through check-in, and then you've got to go drag your luggage, and you got to go through TSA, and then you got to do this and that. It's like all these hurdles you have to jump through that are very normal but can be very tiring. But there's nothing that's not, it's totally, you could have some flight delays, you could have different things, but whatever it is, it's something that's totally surmountable, and you're fine in the end. That's the energy of Sirius. Okay, it's where we might have some extra physical or mental exertion. But oftentimes, Sirius does also ask us to get outside of our comfort zone a bit. So if we're feeling dissatisfied right now, this may also be suggesting that there's an opportunity coming in that we're not seeing because we're not looking in the right place, or we're just maybe focused on what we don't have right now, and we need to focus on what we have. So there's definitely an advice here to not miss an opportunity. And we're seeing opportunity right down here. This could come from within the family or a family situation, or be connected to your home in some way, because we've got Cancer here. That's that's homes in the most literal sense, and family in all senses. And yeah, so this says to me, don't miss an opportunity. Keep an open mind here, because I feel like there's going to be something coming in. And if you continue to look at things like the same old way, like, okay, this Seth in the 9th house, this is the house of expansion. This may be you blocking yourself from expanding too. I mean, you may not be, you may be kind of looking at things in a very narrow way. And this is saying to you, don't, you're looking for something new and exciting, but this may also require you to look at things in a different way in order to achieve what it is that you want. Now, in the 12th house, now this is interesting because you have the 6 of Sky, or 6 of Swords. Now, in this deck, this is more of a card of walking away from a conflict, right? Because it's like, the 5 of Swords is kind of envy and competition and defeat. This is like, okay, I'm moving past that. But this can also be a card of long-distance travel, and it is in the house of foreign travel. So for some of you, maybe there's thoughts about foreign travel. But with Pyramid, this may be something that takes some time, okay? Pyramid is something that where we're almost being challenged. There's an initiatory quality to this. So there's a sense that we are moving into a new space, but to totally get where we need to be, it may take some time. And this may be part of what's leaving us dissatisfied over here. So yeah, there's definitely a sense of moving beyond whatever the difficulty is, or a desire to do so. And there is also the possibility for some people of travel abroad. But again, maybe there's been some blocks to that right now. There's definitely a sense of needing to move beyond and giving something a chance, really, with Pyramid to blossom into the thing that it needs to be. Now, let's look at your cards related to relationship. We have the 4 of Fire and Water over here in your 5th house. So those of you, okay, this is also a house that has to do with children, with love affair, with children, and also with creativity and love affairs. Those are the 3 things, the main 3 things. Leo house is about recognition in general too, and a few other things like sport and stuff like that. But with the 4 of Fire, there's definitely this sense of stability, of achievement, of potentially working with others. Sometimes this is considered to be a card of marriage, but I tend to see the 4 of Fire as a gateway card, like you're ready to move on to the next thing. And with Water, there's definitely this sense of movement and change. You've got 1 + 3 here, which is 4, and you've got a 4 here. So I don't know if the number 4 applies, if this is going to be something that happens in 4 weeks, 4 months. This is more of a 4 weeks energy, but again, timing is something you can't always swear to, but you do have some 4 energy here. You do have 5 energy up here too, by the way, with money here. And where did I see the other 5? Oh yeah. And in terms of, the 8th and the 12th house, there's a lot of 5 energy, which suggests to me that you're getting past a period of struggle now. that maybe, and I feel like your last reading was quite tense. So this one just feels like you might be moving out of this space that was more, maybe more problematic or more anxiety ridden or more obstacle laden before. Okay, so if you're looking for a relationship, I feel like, yeah, this could be a relationship with somebody where you are moving on to the next phase. Maybe if you've been friends, or maybe if you've just been dating, maybe you're going to, try to move some things here. However, in the 7th house, which has to do with long-term relationships, we do have this 5 of Pentacles. So this is the sense of being left out in the cold because somebody here may be protecting themselves. So I feel like there's a situation. Okay, as far as love goes, if you're looking for love, I feel like this is saying, okay, there's a situation where maybe you've achieved another milestone. Maybe you've moved past some kind of obstacle with a person. And there is some movement, but this person still may be largely absent right now because for whatever reason, they're protecting themselves. Maybe they've had a past hurt. Maybe they're very busy with work, or maybe they're the type of person, like if you're dealing with somebody with a lot of Aries energy, they tend to bury themselves in their work. There could be some kind of a situation where you feel left out in the cold. Now, if you are married, then again, there's somebody in this relationship who's kind of retreating into themselves, and the other person may feel a little bit emotionally isolated, or someone may feel that there's a need for protection here. So, so take that as it resonates for you. But I always feel like when you get this left out in the cold card, as you can see, this cat's looking in this window, and the implication is almost like he's kind of wistfully standing outside, like, look at me, poor me, I'm on the outside, but that there is actually a way in here. There's like a way to change this. And again, sometimes with some things, it is just a matter of time. It's a matter of getting past things. But there may be a sense right now that maybe, I don't know, maybe you feel like you're leading separate lives, or, somebody has just been, for whatever reason, keeping to themselves. Now, if you're not looking for love, I would say that this 4th house would indicate, again, ready to move on to the next milestone in terms of a creative project, or in terms of something for which you want to get visibility. And that would certainly jive with what we see in the 10th house, where we see you getting recognition and achieving the thing that it is that you want. Now, overall, okay, this is such an interesting combination. We have Ankh with the 9 of Sky, which is the 9 of Swords. You can see this cat's having all kinds of nightmares about scary things. And this is it. This is a card of nightmares. It's things that we worry about that don't generally manifest. And Ankh seems to indicate that everything's going really, really well for you, or that you need to focus on your own happiness. But at the same time, right now, you may be catastrophizing about all the things that can go wrong. So I don't know. And that kind of jives with this 4 of Cups here. I think you're not necessarily, I think you have a lot of good things happening for you, Sagittarius, but I don't think you're necessarily seeing them right now. You have a lot of opportunities here. Yeah, there's some places where you might be blocked for the time being, but it does look like you're going to have help. It does look like there's going to be some kind of joint financial support if money's an issue. And it does seem like you're going to be getting some news, home, family, just messages, money, about things that maybe you're not expecting that could prove to be good, or could prove to change your situation in a positive way. Now, you're definitely keeping a stiff upper lip here. We're seeing this Strength card here. So you are definitely somebody who's trying to be like the good person, the big person, the person who's making good judgments, the person who's not losing their temper, who's being friendly, and and making decisions that are kind of solid and grounded. But strength is also about taking action, but taking action from a place of strength. So I mean, I think things are good, but I think you just want to give yourself a bit of a mental break here. You are definitely on a good path. Your essential oil card for this week is time. And the keyword here is revive. The trigger statement is, I cannot stand myself. The true statement is, I am aligned. Go within and allow everything that is not resonant to be purged, so you can come from your heart, your seat of power. Okay, yeah, and that makes sense. Purge out all this kind of stuff. You don't need all this catastrophizing. This is the way the mind gets over involved, This is definitely telling you to work from the heart here, Sagittarius, because that is where your real power is. It's very funny how a lot of times we think that strength, and it's funny, strength is your first card, comes from being like a tough guy or controlling your emotions, but really to be a really strong person is to be able to open your heart, and in spite of the fact that there may be people out there who are oppositional or who are problematic to you, or who might criticize you or might hurt you. If you're still able to keep your heart open in spite of that, that's a sign of real strength. So yeah, so take that all as it resonates for you. But thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you towards the end of the month.